This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And that verse in Ecclesiastes that I just read, you know, it was breaking down the end times on right now as a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. The thing that should be number one priority is getting back to your power. Learning who your power is, seeking your power, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua. While the evil days come not, because these are evil days, but there's levels to it. Like right now, you see things taking place, but you still have some form of the system still running. Right? But soon, there's not going to be any system. It's going to be an economic collapse. Law enforcement is not going to do their jobs. There's not going to be a medical field. Right? Babylon the Great is rapidly decreasing and declining and decaying. And what you ought to be doing is seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua while the evil days come not. Because you're not going to have any pleasure in these days, man. These days are going to be very violent, evil, wicked, non-caring, you know. That's the future for you here in America, man. So as you can read what this is going into, it says violent mob overruns neighborhood street in NYC. Right? And you're going to see how, you know, now this was a upscale neighborhood. So now Jake is moving out the hood, the downtrodden hood, and moving into the middle class. Then it's going to go up to the billionaires lane, right? Because all the major cities in America are just crime ridden, man. The major cities are no longer safe. And the rural areas are all becoming unsafe because you got a lot of people that's moving from the major cities and moving into the rural areas and in the countryside, but it's getting bad over there too, on that part of the town. So let's play this, man, so you can see pretty much what I'm talking about. Yabashim Al-Shah willing to let be edified. Shalom.
We are back. This was the scene in New York City over the weekend as a mob of as many as 40 people took over a street in Queens, upper middle class, driving wildly, setting a car on fire, then attacking homeowners who tried to protect their families and their houses, including breaking one man's nose and ribs, as you can see in this disturbing video.
Yo, chill.
And they went after his wife, too. New York City Councilwoman Vicky Paladino.
So you seen it, man. Like, Jake Jake is very violent. That's two ways you can look at that. Jake is being a demon, which a lot of these YNs, that's what they are. They are demons. And on the flip side, what did you think was going to happen to you, Esau Edom? Right? You thought you was just going to commit all that genocide and rape, rob, and murder and throughout history, and you was just going to live peaceably. Your forefathers have already sealed your fate for what they did throughout history. How about Shem Shah promised get back for his people what you did to his people, right? He's going to do that by the hand of his people. It tells you that in Ezekiel 25. It tells you that in Jeremiah 51 and 20, how the Lord was going to make his people a sharp threshing instrument to break in pieces the nations. The Lord was going to do that, man. And there's no amount of laws, of curfews, nothing you can do that's going to stop Jake from wilding out. 2/3 is very, they have no filter, they have no feelings, man. Right? Jake is going to understand and know who his true enemies are. Because as long as, Jake was killing each other in the hood, there wasn't no national emergency to stop it. And everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. And they capitalized on it. Right? So now it's going to take a turn now. Now the Lord's going to put the spirit in Jake to see outside the box, so to speak. Let's continue.
Represents the neighborhood where this all happened, joins us right now. Great to see you.
Thank you, Brian. Good to be here.
Your thoughts about what was taking place there, upper middle class, why that neighborhood? You said it's been hit before.
Malba is part of Whitestone. It's right after you come off the Whitestone Bridge. It's a hamlet. Yes, it's upper middle class. They have been plagued for the past 2 years with home robberies, burglaries, car theft, and just these wise guys, which the whole city's been.
Where are they from?
This, we believe, a lot of them are from the Bronx, because while that guy you saw the video, while that guy was getting beat up, the homeowner who came out to defend his property, he was beaten, and he was beaten bad.
And you could tell she's probably an Italian. Them Italians, man, a lot of them, they can't stand Negroes, man. So, the upper middle class, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably lawyers, judges, shit like that. But the judgment of the Lord doesn't care who you are, doesn't care what status you think you have. These Edomites, man, they are very proud, man. They figure they can cause all the chaos in the world and then just live peaceably. Like nobody should touch them. Nobody should think that it's their fault. But it's a new day that the Lord is putting the spirit in people to rouse up, because you got these devils fighting amongst each other. And then you got all other nations hating these devils. She said they've been targeted, they've been home theft, like home invasions, car thefts, and things of that sort. Well, it's gonna happen, man. Here it is. You got people living in squalors, people living in bad, very bad conditions. But then they look across the water and you living it up. Or they look across the bridge and you living it up. What you think is gonna happen, man? Right? I'm not condoning this. I'm not condoning this at all, man. But what did you think was gonna happen, man? The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war, man. War is coming to Babylon the Great. War is coming from on the outskirts and in-house. It's coming.
It just happened.
And his wife got beat up.
He square to the jaw. She took a punch right to the jaw. She got right back up. He was not so fortunate. Broken nose, broken ribs, broken shoulder, hospitalized. I got my text at 6 o'clock in the morning from Blake, who was beaten up.
But the response time was not great.
No, the response time could have been better. There's a series of reasons for why this response time was not its usual 6 minutes. I was able to get from my district what we call the satellite district, because the 109 is tremendous now. It takes up a lot of Flushing. Not to bore you with the details, it became a metropolis in its own. Whitestone and the rest of District 19 is somewhat suburbia. So we got the satellite district. Satellite district brought us 55 more cops. These were not called in correctly all the time. They were called in as 311s instead of 911s. Those that did call in 911, like Blake's wife, the response time should have been better. They logged it out at 28 minutes.
Wow. So this group comes in, younger people, target this area, speeding around the neighborhood, and then did they start ransacking houses?
So she's pretty much, if you can read it, she's pretty much telling you that there are two Americas, man. There are two types of America, man. Here you got the upper middle class who deserves a 6-minute response time if anything takes place in their part of town. But then in the hoods that these devils created and purposely ignore what's going on, and they get whatever response time they can get. So who lives in those broken down, beat up parts of the city, man? So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, who are the Israelites, who are the Most High's chosen people. So here it is, you devils think that you deserve, because it's your setup. This is your kingdom. So you believe that it should have been a better response time, but it wasn't. So now you all bent out of shape. The cops should have showed up. They should have shot those niggas, right? But you see, this is a perfect example of the Lord changing things around. His spirit is coming up against Edom, man. And I love it. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 17. It says, "And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself." Because these nations, they are afraid, and Esau, Edom is afraid that one day the so-called Negroes are going to do to them what they did to them, right? And it is going to happen. Not everything, because we know you damn Edomites, you're some funny people, and sexually, if you read what I'm putting down, right? It says, everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid of himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he have determined against it, right? So Egypt got a judgment coming. Modern day Egypt is America. Babylon the Great.
Well, no, they did not. What they did was they pulled in. They knew exactly. This was a planned attack. This was all preempted. They were prepared to do exactly what they did. They blocked off certain intersections of Malba, which is very, very no sidewalks. It's a beautiful area, and they blocked it off. There's a circle. So while this guy's getting beat up here, the car was set on fire.
I want you to hear what Madami said about crime in New York City and getting more cops. This is what he said on Meet the Press on Sunday.
That I think the number we have had budgeted of 35,000 officers is a sufficient number. What we have to do, however, is allow those officers to focus on policing. And what I mean by that is that in 2020, the response time for the NYPD was less than 11 minutes. Today, it's closer to 16 minutes. Large part of that is because officers are now having to deal with 200,000 mental health calls a year. And so our proposal is create a Department of Community Safety, task it with the mental health crisis, the homelessness crisis, and allow officers to focus on serious crimes.
Is that a good plan?
Sounds real good, doesn't it? Why don't we ask who he just hired as his to head up public safety? He just hired Alex Vitale. Who is Alex Vitale? Alex Vitale authored a book called Abolish Policing. All right, so he's talking out of two sides of his mouth. This is going to be a wait and see mayor.
Gotcha.
Okay, as soon as January 1 comes along, bam, thank God
Right.
we have Jessica Tisch.
Right. The police commissioner is going to stick around. Thanks
Well,
so
she
much,
was on the
Council.
phone with me on Sunday, yes.
Absolutely. But we
Yeah.
do have to pick up those times. And it's so sad for everybody in that area.
Very bad.
Thank you so much.
And that's just showing you how divided these devils are at the top. Vitali, that's an Italian name, man. And more than likely, this Italian devil and this devil right here, they at odds with each other too, man. Right? The left versus the right. So, it's going down. Isaiah 51 and verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in the net. They are full of fury, right? They are full of fury. Let's get it. They are full of fury. They are full, Salakia. They are full of the fury of the Lord, right? The rebuke of thy power, man. This is the correction. The Lord is going to use the 2/3 to go in on these nations, man. He's going to use the 2/3, man. Let's get one more. We're going to shut it down. Micah. Right? Micah chapter 5 and verse Micah chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear in pieces, and none can deliver, man. See, they tearing Esau up, man. Right on his lawn. You can tell it's a nice neighborhood, an upscale neighborhood, man. This is going to happen more and more frequently. More and more, more and more. And can't nobody stop it, man. So, hey, it is what it is. Right? You devils got a great judgment coming to you, man. So I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing. The elect was the Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. To the next lesson. Shalom.
Yo, chill.